today we're going to try to rank all teams in the game, which is kind of a hard thing to do. And I got to give some caveats before we get into this, man. Your teams might vary, your team compositions might vary, and of course, red stars absolutely will make a difference on your ranking system. But I think we've got a general consensus of what teams are the best, and we're going to just do it right now because it's fun stuff. Why do we stand up and do this? It's always fun to stand up and do it. All right, here we are. So we've got our list right here, and it wasn't hard to come to the conclusion that Black Order right now is currently the best team in the entire game. Of course, they rule the arena. They rule war. You can literally auto any team on Blitz. They're also useful in some nodes in U7.5. And guess what? These are salmon, not pink. They're salmon, not pink. Black Order's best team in the game. From here on, the list gets a little more muddled. And I think we're going to try to keep these teams in clumps of 3. And so we've got right here as Guardians, Inhumans, and Phoenix. And I really don't want to say that any one of these teams is better than each other. But I want to talk about each one of them individually and why I love them. First of all, my personal favorite is Asgardians, just because they are absolutely horrible to go up against on defense in war. They really are. And you've got some stellar characters in here, namely Hela, Loki. They're amazing. And they're required. That's it. They're required. Hela and Loki can help you get Phoenix, and the entire Asgardian team helps you get Black Bolt. Fine. All right, let's talk about Inhumans. Boy, Inhumans can take out almost any team on offense in war. They're autoplay and Blitz, 8.3, of course. You got Black Bolt in there, just makes Ultron cry on a daily basis. Nothing bad I can say about this team. And they help you unlock Ebony Maw. There you go. Phoenix. Have to have Phoenix. I don't know where to put these. These are all just really, really good teams. Not as good as Black Order, though. So, Phoenix, bonkers good. I mean, they can, on offense, they can delete anything. 8.3, they can delete anything. Phoenix, probably still the best character in the game. Up for debate. That's fine. All right, so the next 3 are not really teams. I tricked you. The next 3 are not really complete teams. Because this list is nearly impossible to make without talking about symbiotes, Ultron, and Captain Marvel. It's just that simple. You can mix these teams up. And I really want to talk about symbiotes firstly, because I think we get 2 more. Right here, I just threw Shuri in here, I threw Drax in here, just because that's what I actually, depending on who I'm fighting against war, it changes. But there's so many crazy things you can do with symbiotes, not in just the game modes we've been talking about. Mostly we've been talking about Blitz and war. Let's talk about U7. Let's talk about Dark Dimension 3. Woof. 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 Bonkers. Boy, we just need to get like 1 more symbiote, 2 more symbiotes. Good night. Also, Ultron. 1-man army, man. Put this guy somewhere. He wins. I personally like it on Aimtron, but I also sometimes will put Ultron on my Phoenix team to take out Black Order. Here's the flex, man. And then Captain Marvel. Now, Captain Marvel, you can put in about 5 different places and she's good. I want to put here on Young Avengers because Young Avengers, I believe, is an incomplete team and I don't know what to do with them. I suspect that this team right down here is better on offense than defense. I've come across it on defense many times. Squirrel Girl, I've been playing in PvP. She's way better than I thought. She's very good in balanced PvP. Great. But even though these are not real teams, and the problem with this list also is I change these themes up. Every time a new character comes up, I'm mixing up these teams. I'm moving them around. I'm doing different things. So just be mindful. Symbiotes, crazy. Ultron, crazy. Captain Marvel, crazy. And we've also got a lot, these are teams also. AIM is a team on their own. But okay, let's go on to the next part of the list, which is what I call the offensive gods of war. And let me tell you, they're not terrible. And again, These 3 teams, I had a very difficult time on figuring out where to put them. And like I said, depending on the T4s that you have, depending on the red stars you have, you may have them in different places. Black Order is a counter, and this is the 2.0 version, is a counter to a lot of teams. A lot of teams. Probably my favorite team to play. No, that's not true. All 3 of these are my favorites to play on Offensive War. I actually just love playing all 3 of these teams. I don't know which one I love playing more between Brotherhood 2.0 and Supernatural. Let's get to it. But anyways, this team right here is hard counters to a lot of different teams. Actually can take on Mercs, sometimes can take out Coulson, sometimes they can take out almost anything, really. Then we've got Fantastic Four, which is just kind of my flex team, meaning it's like if I don't know what to counter, I can counter something with it. It seems like they're just my catch-all team. They punch up huge. And then Supernatural can be temperamental. Yeah, but I gotta tell you, my experience with Supernatural is this. If Doctor Strange doesn't die, they win. That's my experience. And it's fun when it goes off and it works, and they can take out Mercs too. All right, now the list is starting to get a little bit more confusing. I think we've been talking about God tier teams and amazing teams. Now we're getting into the what's called the It's Not Terrible section of the list, where they're quite good. First of all, Mercs on defense probably could have been higher up on this list. I'm not going to argue with people, but it's a newer team, and I don't think people have got it fully developed. But let me tell you, G14, this team is bonkers, hard to counter on war. Taskmaster, Rex nerds all day long in every game mode, plus they're great in Blitz. The thing is this team is there's so many variations of this team, and actually, you saw up there I had Shuri with symbiotes. Man, I've been strongly thinking about throwing in Shuri right here, maybe replacing Korath with Shuri, and that might be a team also. I put Marauders here, not because I think they deserve to be here right now, but I strongly feel that Emma Frost replacing Kingpin is gonna. This team might be even higher on the list. We have Emma Frost in here. We're gonna have to wait and see. So we're kind of we're future tripping a little bit on that. X-Force. I do like X-Force. They do what they're supposed to do. They counter Asgardians. Sometimes they can bleat Mercs. They can punch up against a lot of teams. A lot of fun. I've been playing them a lot in Blitz, and I also very much like them there. Okay, now we're going into Not Terrible Part 2. It's not terrible. I have a love-hate. It's just, and all 3 of them are about the same. And actually, a couple things I want to say about this. This kind of made me sad to put Shield down this low, but I think they're in that place. Let's talk about Power Armor first. I have a love-hate relationship with Power Armor. They're temperamental. In the wrong rooms in war, they don't work. But when they do work, they punch up big. I mean, there's a number of times that I've punched up 100, 200K under the right matchups. But if you go into a room where you have defense down, the combo easily falls apart if they delete Rescue and or Ironheart. But when it works, it's amazing. This team might be on its way down, though. I really thought that Ironheart was going to make this team better, but it's not. Red Skull probably could be higher up on this list because Red Skull is a pain to go up. There's only a couple counters to the Red Skull team. Of course, Inhumans are the natural counter to this. Symbiotes can actually take this out, and under the right circumstances, Power Armor can take out this team. But it's kind of a one-trick pony with Red Skull in war getting all those counters, and it's just kind of it's a hokey team if you ask me. It's kind of cheesy. But in Blitz, they also work really well because as long as Red Skull doesn't die, he keeps reviving another team, and you can win pretty much always in 8.3. And then we got to talk about Shield. Shield was the best team in the game in all game modes. 2 years ago, they've come apart because of power creep, and I put them there just as a courtesy, if you will. Oh boy. Yeah, I mean, there's so many ways of countering them. There's so many ways around them in war, and of course the team is much better with Coulson. All right, now we're getting into other parts of the list where, I don't know. This team is not bad. Maybe could have gone up a little bit higher. This is what we call Technerva. I'm still splitting up Guardians. Some people are putting Guardians back together, but I do like using Technerva on defense. Seems to hold its own. Minerva makes this team a lot better. Vision is great there as well. I think the reason why this is on the list here is because I believe a lot of people, a lot of veteran players developed out most of this team for Dark Dimension 2. I believe Sinister Six belongs here just solely by the fact that they help you unlock Invisible Woman and Shuri. Fantastic. Defenders used to be the staple team in this game maybe 2 years ago. It was pretty much the first all-team synergy where when the game first came out, we really didn't have team synergies and team compositions. Defenders was the deal. It was pretty much the staple team to beat in Blitz in 8.3. Boy, let me ask you this one question. What if they added the Defender tag to Punisher? Would that revitalize this team? Please consider it, Fox Next. I mean, team tags, they've already said, don't have to make sense. It's mostly for gameplay. It doesn't have to do with lore or logic, but it definitely would make the team quite a bit better. After that, we have pretty much everything else in the game. And there's so many teams that I did not talk about on this list. But let me just state this right here. Avengers, Kree, situational. Ravagers, nope. Villains, nope. Hand, nope. You can look that I don't even have most of these guys organized. Wakandans, nope. I'm sure you have different thoughts about this. Let me know what you think about this list. And I know people have different thoughts about what they think and what's better and what's not better, because I think it changes as new characters come up. We're swapping around teams, making them a little bit better. And also, it really depends on Red Stars. So let me let you know what you think in the comment section. And as always, thanks for watching and keep on gaming. Bye, guys.
Slowly fade away as far as the wind will take me. Every day